For CMUEagles.com, I'm Brett Knese here alongside head women's basketball coach James Arnold. Coach, first, congratulations on the win against Evangel. It was a nice, solid win. Can you take me back through it once again?
You know, I thought we played really hard, stuck to the game plan, did the things that were our advantage. We took advantage of them. I thought that for the first time in a while, we've got some inside post scoring and inside post touches, and I thought that was much needed, which got Evangel into some foul trouble, loosened up the outside, and of course we know we can shoot the three ball, and we were able to make some of those. It was really nice to come out and execute the game plan and pick up a conference road win because they do not give those out. They're tough to get.
Looking ahead, your team will go up against the powerhouse that is MidAmerica Nazarene University. They are 12th overall. They run a high-intensity, fast-paced transition game. How are you going to approach this style of play?
Well, you know, I think MidAmerica Nazarene, obviously, it's well documented the 4 years that Coach John Lewis and I came in the league the same year. I mean, they've been dominant. This might be their best team. Maybe this is their best team because they don't necessarily have a superstar or two. They've got 8, 9, 10 kids that are really, really good. You know, they're led by Sprue. They're led by Little Balcom. They're led by those kids that are really talented, but they keep coming and they keep coming. They have that great transition attack. That's gotten better this year as they put some new faces together. But because they can bring so many different weapons off the bench, they're bigger than they've been in the past. They're stronger than probably they've been in the past across the board, and playing really, really well, coming off 2 35, 40-point wins, including a big win over Benedictine. So it's going to be very challenging. We're excited about the challenge. It's going to be a great opportunity for us to see where we're at and how much we've improved over the last month, because I think that we have, and really test us before we get into postseason play.
What kind of mentality are you going to have to bring into a team that only has one loss in conference play?
Well, it's no, you know, the last couple of years we've had some success against MidAmerica, and they've always been really, really good. From a mentality standpoint, we're at home. We should win at home. We at their place, we did some things that when we watch the film, we can take back and say those were good things that we can build off of. The key, Brett, for us is this: we lost that game by 13, I think. We gave up 50 points between second chance points and points off turnovers. We had 28, 29 turnovers. Still had a two-possession game with 8 minutes to go. So we've got to keep them off the offensive boards. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. We've got to not turn the basketball over and give them free baskets, free lanes to the basket. So those are going to be our challenges with the quick turnaround coming off the game against Evangel. But like I said, I think we've improved dramatically since then. I think that we're going to be up for the challenge.
Morgan Vetter with another solid performance against Evangel. She's up to over 100. Actually, it's 105 3 points made. How important will it be to get her going, and who else needs to get going early into a rhythm against MidAmerica?
Well, you know, the good news about MidAmerica, again, that last game, we gave up 80 points, entirely too much points. But we also scored like 66, 67 points. And I think that in itself says that we're going to be able to get some shots against Mid-Am. There are some things that we have to do because defensively they're strong, but I think that we can pose some problems for them. Obviously, Morgan Vetter is one of the best shooters in the country the last 2 years, and it's not even close. She's pursuing an individual record, which we're hopeful that she can get because that means we're putting up some points. I think she has a great chance to do so. We've got to, like we did last night against Evangel, we've got to pound it inside a little bit, soften that up, soften the defense up. Pounding it inside is a lot like body blows in boxing. You're going to soften it up, and then it allows Morgan and Taylor McDowell and Chelsea Paneer, who's been shooting the ball well in league play, it allows them to get some looks from outside the perimeter. In order to beat the number 12 team in the country, you don't have to play perfect, but we've got to play hard. We have to play together like we have been lately, and we certainly have to execute the game plan, which is attack middle, soften them up inside, don't allow them easy baskets on second chance points, and don't allow them easy baskets on turnovers.
Each player on your squad has their own role, and lately they've really stepped into that, and they've really played a role, each of their own, in a collective effort. What can you say about your team's recent efforts? I
think that's really good that you said that because last night on the bus on the way home, coaching staff was talking and going over the game plan for Saturday and doing some early scouting, and I thought that exact conversation came up, that I thought that for the last couple games, everybody is really kind of accepting what it is that we need from them. And that's challenging to do because all of these players have a lot of skill, and sometimes when you ask them not to use one skill but use the other, it can be really challenging. But I thought that last night was a perfect example of that. I even thought in our last game here with the 2 wins in a row, and even in the loss against Culver, we're starting to see some people get comfortable with that identity as the dust settles from the Kyer injury and us readjusting and reshifting. So we're real excited about that. This group is extremely talented. There's no question about that. We've established that. We're very skilled. We're starting to play a little bit harder. We're starting to find that groove from a role standpoint. We're going to have a tall task. We're glad to be at home. We're happy to be at home. I think there's some things that we can do to give us an advantage, but I also know, like I said, that this may be the best Mid-Am team we've seen, and there's been some really darn good teams.
Central Methodist will host number 12 MidAmerica Nazarene University inside Puckett Fieldhouse this Saturday, February 21st. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.